is the time to earn your stripes. Enigma, let's get to it one last time today.
Let's get into this, baby, as we get our players landing on down. And of course, one of our big folks is going to have to be 100 Thieves. Their motto, take what is not given, and they will well and truly have to fight for every inch of control center, as they're still being contested by Movistar Koi over there, despite them likely being out of this tournament unless they go nuclear. We look at Inner Circle. They've landed towards Stronghold. Their fight with XO Esports has gone on and on all damn day. It's been a mixed bag of results. They've got to win it here and get themselves off to a far better start.
Yeah, we're going to be definitely trying to keep our eyes on some of our bubble teams to see how they were doing across the map. One of those, of course, being AGAL. It was a decent map, but you heard Scummin in a little bit of the comms there. In their victory moment, they didn't sound super happy. They said, hey, we got the dub, but we didn't have enough kills. And that just comes from some veterans who knows what it takes when you're trying to perform. For Nate Dogg, you see him pick up that supply run to start to play a little bit of the top of G2, hoping that maybe one of your teammates could go ahead and start getting that cash early. For our squads down here at the Stronghold, it's still just a battle, albeit a slower one, it feels like this go around. No Trace is knocked. You're starting to hear that self come on through. Thankfully for you, if you're Teeny, your teammates got it on lock. And Hamoud off the top, can you find him? Bray is there. All you got to do is clean it up. You're able to do it. XO Esports, our first team eliminated from the lobby, Enigma. And while, yes, they were currently sitting in fourth, they were not in fourth by a lot.
No, that is certainly not going to be a comfortable watch now for the rest of this one. And you could easily watch the rest of these squads close that gap. It was, what, 14 points coming into this that made sure that they were safe. You could see that gap close. You could fall out for sure. 100 Thieves continuing in this fight with Movistar. They find an opening amount of kills that will give them complete control of control. Movistar will have Netod still alive, who's trying to slip away off towards the tents. Thieves unlikely to let him brief along. Skullface, Gabe on the hunt. Blast will be here to join the party too. What can you do? You get enough time to bring your toys back in, but, well, that will give 100 Thieves a second to breathe, set themselves up, and focus on scrambling together the points that will guarantee them tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 100 Thieves right now, guess what you're doing? You're sending a little bit of a thank you card over to VKA, who decide in this last final game of the day to land control boat and basically contest Fnatic immediately off the rip. That's going to allow basically 100 Thieves to only have to focus Movistar Koi. They don't have to worry about this third party coming on in so quickly. So they're able to win that contest, they hold control, and now they have some positioning.
Big thing for me here now within a circle is how do you look when you actually get this cleanly? We haven't really seen it. Yes, we've won the fight here once or twice, but we've seen teams rotate in from that tense region to really put them under pressure. Bray with the sniper in hand will get a crack onto Goat Clamp. Sees Anxiety crossed, actually misses him off towards the left. And timing well, that's Call of Duty for you, ladies and gentlemen. Anxiety though will be knocked, and those points will be handed over to Bray as long as that is confirmed. Bidati going to head into the water. Aizen's just on the outside of the Stronghold. So Bray on Overwatch has been an outrageous talent through this tournament, just setting his team up for success in this one.
I mean, we've seen a team have success with this exact sort of idea. You might have heard of them. They're called the Falcons. They might have won last year doing exactly this. I know them a little bit. I'm sure the folks at home do as well. And I think if you're Inner Circle, this is what you need if you're going to try and manage to punch your way up into the top 7, especially when a squad like XO Esports goes down very early. For AGAL, they need to continue to have success here. And it's just this battle with EVOS, who's also trying to stay on in here, that is just so crucial. You lose Rated, you lose Scummin. It's just Nate Dogg with a trophy system, a Marine SP, and a Dream. But here's the thing, if Jawad tries to drop on down this shotgun, I know it might not feel great, but it could go absolutely crazy, as all it takes is a one pump from Nate Dogg to keep AGL in this tournament. What a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and it will give them tower control as well. Important anchor spot that will keep you in the fight, but Nate Dogg suffers the PA. The ricochet over the top does not finish him off. He will confirm that kill. Robstar re-seizes control of the tower. AZ Global in a tough situation. One player out towards the water. You're basically just trying to recover. You're holding onto your spot by less than 6 points at last glance.
I am surprised to see Rated down here at control. Seemingly this was the only spot that he could think that he could maybe find some area. 5 Fears, they found themselves here as well. And Bray, he sees all of this action going on from Stronghold. If he can manage to land any of these shots, you would be feeling great. That LR762, it hits like a truck. You can get those armor cracks. You can see he might only have 4 kills, but he has 1,700 damage so far. And I have to imagine that is off the back of just throwing those sniper bullets down range.
Yeah, being a nuisance to everybody that dares come near your Stronghold setup. Beautiful play from him. Rated has stayed alive for long enough in the control center that his boys are back into the fight. You're not looking good though. Scumming atop with some weaponry to try and hold this fight. Only 4 plates in hand though. Doesn't want to anger the thieves, kick the hornet's nest of the Movistar Koi either. That this battle has raged on so much here. Rated just going to be on Overwatch. Scumming, he's also trying to buy his time. It's a reset attempt from AG Global, but it's going to be a difficult one with the boys around you.
Well, we've seen them kind of be able to flex down to control every now and then when Raid's able to hold this tower like Robstar does. They've sent Scumming and Natog at 100 Thieves before, so this isn't entirely brand new, but I'm wondering if maybe they thought that they could get a little bit active, get a little mixy against 100 Thieves, try and get them out early, because that could open up potentially some of the leaderboard for them to surge on up.
Inner Circle, by the way, sent 2 players in towards living quarters, and both of them fall before they can really make much progress, being cut down by 5 fears. I think it was Anxiety who picks up the kill, so Bray's going to back on off, get his boys yet again back into the fight. That circle, you do have quite a bit of time yet to still activate around Stronghold. You don't want to be giving up your life much further on from here. The loadout will still be available, of course, but I guess this is last chance saloon before you've got to start to move off towards living quarters and likely control where we're probably going to end up.
Scumming just trying to manage to hold this Ascender, maybe catch somebody who's decided to try and challenge the roof of prison here. For 100 Thieves, though, I think they're very content letting all of these teams go ahead and battle it on out. They're just going to hold a couple of these different angles. You can see Blast kind of managed to go for a little bit of snake on the stair side. Skull, he's just holding for that cross, and Gabe, he's just going to kind of poke his head out that window, try and throw some shots maybe down towards that boat, where we do see still a couple of members of Fnatic alive. But now Blast and Gabe kind of just playing together, 2 by 2, just trying to clear out this POI for the time being. You can see Enxian has found himself at the bottom of the small side of control, and 100 Thieves slowly but surely going to go ahead and try and clear that out. Over at living quarters, we see Obs and Teeny. They are continuing this sort of quote-unquote Falcon strat, where you go ahead, you push on up, you want to control living quarters, and if they can manage to find a couple of these kills against teams like 5 Fears and Leviathan, you are going to absolutely just create so much space on the map, and already some nades heading on out. They're starting to get active.
Yeah, Teeny's going to push this down low. You've got Orbs up top. What do you do here? If you're Leviathan, you just looked into a corner. You're hoping to cover over each other, but Teeny, he's going to bait Lays out. Lays wins the fight, though, as he so often has through this tournament. Orbs finds one, but not the second. The German cuts the Australians down and will yet again defend their territory. Bray will yet again be alive over towards Stronghold, but he's being landed on by a couple of players over from 5 Fears, and he's not going to have the opportunity to get his teammates in for long.
Man, Lays, the new addition to that roster, a fantastic 1v2. They don't necessarily need the points, but you need that type of confidence in your gunfights if you're going to be a squad here tomorrow that is fighting for the lion's share of that prize pool. Bray still here, managing to stay alive. Can he manage to get the teammates back on in, especially with both of these members of 5 Fears around? You are going to be able to do it, and with that, Bray, he's looking to get a little bit active. You don't have to worry about ping anymore, young man, as you absolutely put Scythe into the dirt with an LC-10. Stun will come on out from Anxiety. We'll let Bray know, hey, there's still a couple of these members of 5 Fears here. However, he doesn't have to win this one anymore. Full squad, back up and running. And they are outside of zone here, Enigma, but a kill onto 5 Fears would be huge. But unfortunately for them, guess what? 5 Fears is the team you have to be worried about. It's Leviathan looking down at you.
Yeah, and the problem for you as well is Teeny needs his loadout, and that's going to be out in the open, covered over by the Leviathan roster. So you're going to have to drop some smokes and hope for the best. You're going to look over at this fight towards Bo. AG Global, still very much so in the hunt, holding on to that final qualification position. Rated, though, going to be on his own, just hoping to swim, hold your breath, stay low, stay undetected. Hope that everybody else fights each other. We see Fnatic wiped off the board here, so that will be the end of their tournament. Europeans just haven't had it go their way. That boat, by the way, has Gentlemates on top of it, as well as Gamax trying to threaten, and a couple of other bodies floating above.
Hobbs able to somehow stay alive, just dancing in between these buildings, dodging bullets. I mean, and you're just trying to stay alive here. You can see teammate Teeny down below, just trying to stay alive as well. Bray nowhere to be found. And listen, I know it's hot here in Riyadh, but there is no reason to go swimming at this point in the day. Natog, he's been able to find himself, pistol in hand. You have Scumming with you, Raided's not too far away. Can you take down Big Man? Big Man shoots on the back, and Gromlock finds Raided as well. 2 members of AGAL have been eliminated. It's just gonna be Scumming left alive for the time being in the water. This is not where you want to be if you are a member of AGAL, especially when you're looking across. You have 2 members of Movistar Koi. Big Man swimming on the outside.
thing is, you've actually won the tiebreaker against EXO. You've got the same amount of points. You've leapfrogged them because you have more kills. So for now, you're actually safe. It's EXO Esports that will watch Inner Circle closely, because if Inner Circle gets 6.5 more points, it's actually EXO that fall out of the top 7. 100 Thieves, they don't need to worry about this anymore. They sit in 4th. They can just start to mop up everything around them. Teeny, all of your hopes, all of your nation and your region's love rests on your shoulders.
AGAL eliminated. They are gone. Enigma. It was a fantastic game 7 from them, but they sounded defeated in here in game number 8. They're not able to close it. A couple of our squads still here. Teeny just trying to maybe dodge the ire of a couple squads. Starts getting shots thrown down at him here in the water. The problem is the zone is closing on in. You have 2 juggernauts above you. Leviathan and Gentlemates hold this boat, and you know they are looking in this water, trying to stay alive. But Teeny finds the 2nd kill of the day with a quick couple pistol shots onto Big Man.
Needs about 2 more. 2 more kills would probably get you there. We're going to see, by the way, that squad 4, they are wiped. Gamax off your screens. Leviathan still a part of the conversation. Teeny's just dipping and dodging and desperately diving to try and stay alive here. Again, just 2 more would get you there. We're going to see 9Z eliminated from this, out of here. Their tournament done with. Evos will see 1 body fall. Leviathan suffering. Teeny's got to go down again.
He's still here. He's still here. He just has to stay alive to get to this top 5. He wants the 1.4 multiplier. They won Stronghold. They found the kills they need. Movistar Koi wiped. Only 1 more team needs to go down for potentially Inner Circle to do it. They are just on the outside, and Teeny has done such a good job staying alive. He's normally the top fragger on this team. He's normally the one coming alive, helping them score those points. But for now, it is about survival. It is about playing your life. They qualified here off of 1 big game, and they need to do it yet again. Hits the ladder, comes on up, and is at the end of the Gentlemates, but he might have been able to do it, I think. We're going to have to get the numbers on that. 100 Thieves still alive as well. They take down Gromaluk. They take down Stukex. It's just finally 2 teams remaining. And well, look how we end this one. It is 100 Thieves. It was a little bit of a question mark. Could they do it? It's a resurgence. And unfortunately for fans of the Gentlemates, it's a 3v1. And Enkyo, he will go away, throw his life into the zone. We got a lot of questions though, mate, after that game number 8. Some teams are getting knocked out that we thought were safe, and we might have some new players making their way to tomorrow.
I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, it does not get much closer. At last look, there were 0.6 points separating who survived and who is heading home. We'll let the admins figure all that out for you and of course get it across to you, but for 100 Thieves, you will live to see another day, just about. For Gentlemates, you could have taken top spot. This could be your LCQ and your victory for sure. But for everybody else, AG Global, we saw the look on Scum's face there, wasn't sure, was worried about the fact that you've been eliminated, unaware that you had picked up that tiebreaker. For EXO, you have had a haunting of a map. Eliminated early, watching everybody else potentially climb above them, and now will desperately be trying to do their own calculations to find out if their tournament continues.
Oh man, I love we can see Hollow there interacting with the fans, feeling good about that one. A squad that absolutely needed to do something here today. We were just questioning, where is this Gentlemates team that we know and love? And well, the Mates crew, they come on in. They come through for the boys, give them the energy they need to say, we can do it. We can get there. Enigma, it's been a blast, but we got to head back to the studio so they can help break this all down and give us the final breakdown. Who's making it to tomorrow and who will not?
What an excellent cast there from Dandro and Enigma. Fantastic finish for 100 Thieves as well. And JJ, Allen, it's now time to apologize to Symphony. What do you want to say for yourselves?
The pillow fight turned into pillowcases off, filled with bars of soap. That last one, it was an absolute slobber knocker. Everyone knew it was on the line. Everyone was hitting them hard. I'm